my name is Emily Crow from Crochet Creations. Welcome to my YouTube channel. I'm so happy to have you here. Today I wanted to do a little bit of a yarn store vlog and yarn haul. So my family is here in town, and one thing that my mom and I like to do every time that we get to visit one another, since we live in different states, is we like to go to local yarn stores and do a little shopping. It's really cool that we have shared in our joy of this craft of crochet, and then I knit as well. And so it's really fun to share with her our love for yarn by going to local yarn stores. So we have plans to go today, and we're going to go check out 2 local yarn stores to me: Fillory Yarn, which is in San Jose, California, and then Uncommon Threads, which is in downtown Los Altos. So some really great yarn stores that I have been to before. My mom has been to Fillory because that's where we went last time that she came and visited, but today we are gonna go and hit up both of these stores, so I'll take you along with me. She likes the ones she can reach. You got in my shot. Okay, we are back from our trip, and I wanted to show you what I got from my local yarn stores. And I had a lot of restraint, mostly because there's so many things in general I want to make, but I really want to have specific plans for any new yarn I bring into my stash, since I am trying to work through the yarn that I have. But beautiful yarn supporting small businesses, I'm all for that. So I definitely still got some things that I'm really excited about, and I'm so excited to share with you not only the yarns I got, but also the plans that I have for that yarn. So our first stop was Uncommon Threads. I'll definitely make sure to insert some footage, but I really liked how quaint it felt. It's on a bustling, older feeling community type main street in Los Altos, California, and there's lots of really cool small businesses. It's got a kind of an eclectic feel in that neighborhood. It's really cool to just walk around and explore that whole area, and definitely lots of higher end small businesses, so it's really nice for like a treat yourself kind of a day. We made sure to go and we explored a little bit, and they have lots of really cool fibers. You will have seen the videos that I inserted here, just kind of an overview of the little shop that they have there. Super friendly. I really liked being there. I don't go here often enough because the selection of tools that they have, the selection of needles specifically for my favorite Chowku needles, is not as wide a range as it is at my other local yarn store, so I haven't gone there as often, but I really love their yarn, so I definitely need to go back there. But plenty of yarns that I had my eye on that I didn't quite know what to make with, so I didn't snag, but I definitely want to go back as soon as I figure out a good project for them. But what I got just 2 skeins. I had a lot of restraint. This is Cing Fiber. Whoop, it's blowing out a little bit. it is their merino single base, so it's a fingering weight, a little bit different texture than sock yarn. I've never worked with merino single yarn before, and this is the color called flaminglet, like baby flamingos. I got 2 skeins of this to make the Moonglade dress for my daughter. I was thinking about using more of an acrylic blend from my local yarn store, but I saw this yarn, perfect colors for my daughter, and I'm really excited to try a new type of yarn base, and I've heard lots of great things about Cing Fibers, so I wanted to try them out. So I got 2 skeins so I could make her a dress, and I think that the single ply fiber is gonna look really nice with the lace on this little dress pattern, and my daughter is in a 2T size, so I think that this will be plenty to make for her. I'm really excited. It's gonna be so cute, so summery. We're gonna miss Easter, miss that deadline. I won't make this dress for a deadline or for any special occasion really, but I'm gonna make it for the summer so she can enjoy a nice, beautiful, like a Sunday dress that she can have for the summer. So that was all I got there. Again, I said lots of restraint. I had lots of beautiful yarns that were catching my eye, but I really don't need more sock yarns right now. And I have lots of other projects in my queue, so I wanted to hold off a bit, but definitely some things that are ruminating in my brain, and I will probably go back in not too long to pick up some more yarn because it was just beautiful. They have a great selection there. And then our next stop was Fillory, which is my local yarn store that I tend to go to because they have a wider selection of Chogu needle tips. And so I'm much more comfortable with the stocks that they have and the things that they have. It's really fun to go. Just like any local yarn store, they constantly are updating their inventory and moving things around, so you kind of get a better sense of the variety that they have, and so you can see different things each time you go. And so even though I just went a few weeks ago, it was still really nice to go again and to see different yarns that maybe didn't catch my eye before. And so here I actually got a few things I will show you. First pass of the store, I saw this skein. It's by Lavender Loom Yarn Co., another company that I have not tried but I've been eyeing, and this is their 80/20 fingering weight base. It's called Flutter. And my daughter has been obsessed with butterflies recently and definitely this is a nod to butterflies, flowers, some beautiful colors together, and so I just had to get it. It just felt very springy to me. Will probably become a pair of socks, probably not soon because I've got quite the queue, but I'm really excited. These have a really great springy feel and they just make me happy to look at them. Like this is the mood I'm going for right now. I love it. And then I brought yarn for another project. If you follow me on Instagram, then you may have seen that Jessica of JS Threads 14 and I are hosting another knit along. We hosted the Love Note is in the Air knit along earlier this year, and we are hosting another knit along because we had so much fun hosting that other knit along and having a little community of people interested in making the same things as us, being able to chat and talk and encourage one another through patterns that we were all familiar with since we were all working on it together. This time we are doing the Summer Dreams knit along, and it will be based on Pom Pom Magazine's issue 41. Here it is, Dreamscape. So, oh geez, blowing out Dreamscape. It is beautiful, full of beautiful designs, lots of mohair in it. And sorry, you might hear my daughter in the background. She's playing with her Legos, her big like Duplo blocks. There's tons of mohair, ruffles. It's very effervescent, it's very dreamy, it's very soft and feminine, beautiful designs. And for this knit along, because I have lots of other things on my plate right now, I was thinking about making the Reverie socks. Doop, 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 doo, doop, doop, doo. The Reverie socks? Yeah, I was thinking about making these since I have yarn in my stash that I can use for this, but I've really been trying to avoid the pull of the Plumetis top. Seriously gorgeous, stunning, like my #1 make from this whole magazine. I just didn't think I had the time, but I saw some yarn that I think will work great for this top. And so I got it, and many thanks to my mom because she treated me to this yarn in exchange for I made a birthday cake for my brother for his birthday, because his birthday is while they've been visiting, and I would gladly make cake for my brother in exchange for yarn. I'll show you the yarn that I got to make this top, the Plumetis top, eventually. I'm using, and I've never used this brand either, Pasquale yarn. Their mohair blend is called Monada, mohair, silk, merino, and yak. Beautiful blend. It's really soft. I mean, of course it's soft, but it's a beautiful blend. I've never worked with anything like this before. And then for the non-mohair, for the fingering weight yarn to hold as like the cuffs and the collar and whatnot, I'm using Balayage from the same brand. So they work really well together. This lighting makes this purple look a lot darker than it actually is, but I think that they work really well together. And again, I've not worked with this brand at all. I've never worked with these fibers, and so I'm really excited to get a chance to try them out. The one thing I will say is I had a hard time finding enough of a mohair lace weight yarn, enough of a quantity of a color at Uncommon Threads because it is so small. However, I know that they can place orders and such, but I figured that since I wasn't finding enough quantity in colors I liked, I would just look at Fillory and see what they had, and they had higher quantities of the yarn that I was interested in. So I got this, but I definitely want to go back to Uncommon Threads and get some more mohair yarn for maybe a souffle top by Penrose Knits. That's kind of another project on my periphery that I would like to get yarn for soon, but maybe there's some hand-dyed yarn coming out from some makers I like, so maybe I'll do that. Anyway, but we're not talking about that. We're talking about this yarn haul. I'm really excited. I think I won't be able to cast this on for a little bit, but when my Reverie socks are done, this would be a really fun top to do. It's got a really cool lace detail. I got all the yarn that I'll need for that. It was the perfect amount of what they had in stock, so it was meant to be. I'll make sure to post a picture up here so you can see the yarns that my mom got. She got a little bit from Fillory. She got some Shibuya yarns that are beautiful, beautiful colors, and that was another thing that was really pulling my eye. Both stores had Shibuya yarns, but I think Uncommon Threads really highlighted the pastel colors for spring that were really calling to me, and so when I have a project, I will get it. It's a really nice yarn, and so I hope I can figure out what I'd want to do with that. I don't know if she got anything else. I can't remember. But anyway, so that's kind of our yarn haul. It wasn't like anything crazy, and I didn't go in with a list like I did last time I did a big yarn haul. You can see my yarn haul video from that in August 2021. I'll link it up above, and I had a big list of things I needed for projects I was in the middle of, projects I was going to start soon, designs, custom orders. I had a big long list, and so I got lots of yarn there. I do feel like I still got quite a few things that I'm excited about, new projects, and lots of summery type things. I'm really excited for this warm weather and for just spring summer vibes. I am all about the warm colors. Even like this purple, this is a very warm light purple, and I'm all about that right now. So let me know what yarn I grabbed that you are eyeing for yourself. Do you have any yarn envy? And also tell me what kind of yarn you've picked up lately from your local yarn store. I'm always open to try new companies and brands of yarn. I think that local yarn stores are a great way to get exposure to new yarns to add to your stash. And so let me know if there's any yarns that you have been loving recently that you picked up. I will see you again next time for another yarny video. Happy making. Bye.